Hello, Vladimir here, and I'm just gonna free talk a little bit just to practice my social skills. There won't be any kind of topic that I'm gonna be talking about right now. I'm just gonna let myself go and talk about whatever I want. I'm just gonna try to express my feelings as they come, and whatever's on my mind, I'll just say it out loud instead of constantly thinking how those words are gonna come out and all of that. You're just I'm just gonna say it. So here we go. I'm sitting here right now and I'm fucking starving. I'm just fucking starving, man. I've been on this is my juice fast day number 5, and I'm feeling pretty good, but I'm fucking starving. So after I'm done here, I'm gonna go and drink that juice. And I think I'm gonna get off the juice tomorrow. I'm gonna start eating salads and fruits. And yeah, I mean, it's very difficult, but I still I'm very well, I'm very proud of myself that I was able to do that, because it takes a lot of motivation, and it takes a lot of self-discipline to do that, to go without food for 5 days. Dude, that takes some motivation, some self-discipline, right? So that was just one of the things I had on my mind, because I'm feeling hungry right now, and I could actually see how taking the topic of being hungry can lead to talking about juice, and that could also lead to talking about diet and all the nice foods and eating, and that could lead to talking about all kinds of things health health, discovering new places to eat at, going to checking out all kinds of places like the beach, and just seeing all kinds of things can lead to that, and you can just be mindful of that and lead the conversation to that area. And that's what this guy Dave Riker talks about in his speed seduction conversation courses. So I really want to expand on that and learn more about that, so that I can be more advanced, I guess. And I could actually lead the conversations where I want them to go when there's an interesting conversation going on, because conversation is really all I want to become good at, and this is my passion. I just want to be able to have interesting conversations with people, and just meet random people and go out with girls and discover all these places. This is truly what I want to do. And without the art of conversation and social skills, it's just impossible to do that. It makes it very difficult to live your life without the social skills aspect of it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, all this shit, learning how to speak better, learning how to approach women, and just going out there and practicing those kinds of things. And that's why I'm reading out loud, and that's why I'm doing this video right now. It's because I'm just want to unstifle myself and just talk whatever is on my mind. And I also want to get used to how my face and how my mouth moves, and how my tongue moves, and how my facial expressions look like before before going out there in the real world. I know this is gonna help me, because this is really good practice. Right now I'm seeing how I'm talking, and I'm completely unstifled. It's wow, I haven't really experienced this before, so I need to start doing this shit. Wow, this is awesome. And I can actually feel the words flowing freely through my mind to my mouth, and it's all natural. I'm not trying to do anything to I'm not trying to fake anything, and there's no anxiety, and so it just kind of happens naturally. So I want to get used to that feeling some more, so that I can um, so that I can be this person who always talks and never stops, and can have random conversations on all kinds of topics without being stifled so much. Because a lot of the times I'll be like too much into myself, and I'll be thinking, hey, maybe I should say that, maybe I should say this, but instead I'm just gonna be talking on whatever's on my mind. I'm just gonna say that, and that way the conversation is gonna flow naturally, and I'm actually gonna be confident of talking to a person, because I will know that I can talk like this for a very long time. So this is very exciting to me. This is the first time like I'm actually being able to do that, which is fucking crazy, which is like something that I've wanted to do like for a very long time. And yeah, I'm just gonna continue like learning all these things about myself and practice reading out loud in English and Russian, because it actually activates, I think it activates different parts of like, you know, pronunciation. Oh yeah, it does, obviously. And so that's gonna like make me more unstifled as a result. So I've also been thinking about all kinds of there's all kinds of things that are on my mind, besides being starved right now, and that is like, how do I separate work from my actual passion? So let's talk about my passion. My passion is, as I mentioned before, conversation. Having conversations with people, meeting people, going out to people, socializing, making friends, doing stuff with people, like actually living a life. Living a life is my passion, basically. And that actually, there's a lot of that goes on behind that. Like, I didn't naturally get all of that as I was growing up, so I had to find material that would help me get there. And there's just so much material out there that lets you get to that point. It's just unbelievable, you know. There's all kinds of things that I want to do and learn still, like practicing improving my voice, which is a Voice in It product by Nancy Daniels. And there's a speed conversation course by Dave Riker. There's also a meditation that I want to keep doing to stay where I am right now. And yeah, there's all kinds of content it's awesome content that's available out there. But oh yeah, also had to mention, it's like the most important that I've recently discovered, and this is what's changing me, is Real Social Dynamics by Owen Cook, also known as Tyler Durden. So yeah, there's just too much material out there on these kinds of things, but I think my purpose will be to actually target this kind of thing to people that haven't learned social skills naturally in their life, and whose lives has been affected a lot by social conditioning. So, like myself, I've been affected so much by social conditioning that I developed a social anxiety disorder, and I've kind of learned to actually identify myself with that shit for a long time. I've been struggling with that shit like at least 12 years. And as a result, I haven't been able to have these kinds of deep connections with people, like talking to people and having fun with people and just all kinds of things that makes life fun and happy. So yeah, I've been living in that fucking reality for such a long time that I started believing that it was actually, well, yeah, I was thinking it was like real shit all this time. But then I discovered Real Social Dynamics, and I started like Learning about. I actually started approaching women, and I have learned that holy shit, it's actually possible to meet all these girls, and the reality that I was living in is completely wrong. So that's how I got started on all of this, and that's where I'm at right now, and that's like where I'm developing myself. I feel like I'm on the right direction right now, and I also feel like I can't stop doing this because whenever I stop like reading out loud and doing these exercises and going out, all of a sudden I start feeling like that old self again. Like it's like the old reality is trying to drag me back into that of like being this guy who I thought I was and who I think I am right now. Dude, it's like fucking crazy. My reality has completely changed about how I see the world and how I see myself due to the fact of the things that I learned from Blueprint Decoded by Tyler Durden. That shit just got me on the right path. Like all of this time, I kind of leaned towards that path by doing these kinds of exercises, but there was always something lacking. Like there's always some kind of material that was lacking that would back up my way of thinking about life. Like I constantly strive towards that, and because I always felt within my heart that this is the right path for me. But it's just I couldn't like find any kind of information that would really solidify my way of thinking and get me on that path, you know. So after I discovered Blueprint Decoded, it completely changed me because all of those things, all these puzzles that I had floating around, all these pieces started clicking. As he started talking, I was like, dude, this is like what I was looking for. And so my reality started changing, and I started noticing that I started changing as a person, and my goals changed, and my personality changed, and the way I see the world changed, the way I see other people changed. So like the whole reality revamping experience was just mind blowing. And I finally discovered that I could like be aware and be mindful of all the social conditioning that's going on in the world and how people are affected by it, and just how bad it is affecting people, especially in the relationships, and especially when it comes to relationships. So I feel fucking great right now. Like I feel like I haven't been able to talk like this in a long time. How the fuck am I doing this? It's pretty crazy, and I actually never thought I could do that. And as I'm doing this, I feel fucking great. Even though I'm sitting there all by myself talking in front of this camera, and probably, I don't even know if I'm gonna post this on YouTube, but just speaking my mind out, it's like, fucking hey, dude. I wanted to like express that shit and just free myself from all of that and just put that into the, put that all of that into words. Like that's stuff that has been on my mind, but I just haven't been able to talk to many people about it. So yeah, and that also gives me like this practice that I'm doing right now. It also gives me like this experience and practice of looking at my face, and so that I can be comfortable around other people when there's time to talk to them. So, with that said, I'm actually coming out with this idea right now of creating a social anxiety program that will be not so much concentrated on of the theory and all that bullshit and how it works, but it will actually be what's the word I'm looking for here? It'll be based on the action steps that you're gonna take. And I have a lot of fucking action steps that I've designed myself, like this, like voice memos, like speaking in front of the webcam, like unstifling yourself, like working on your own voice, like reading out loud, like seeing yourself on a webcam and seeing how your face is looking, you know, and all of those things that help you get unstifled. Also, diet is behind it, not drinking alcohol. I guess I'm leaning towards more of self-development instead of just becoming more social. But social is like, it's a more niche-related type of thing, so I think I should just start with taking a very shy person or whatever, taking somebody who's a chump and moving them to this goal of reaching their full potential social skills. There's all kinds of things that you can do to improve yourself socially, and it doesn't matter, like, you don't really have to go out there and actually start talking to girls right away, even though that is very, very important, and that's gonna give you a lot of motivation, and you're gonna learn more from that than you'll ever will from anything else. So I feel like I'm fucking unstifled right now. It feels great. Just wanted to throw that in. Anyway, I'm gonna go drink my juice, and I'm gonna continue talking about this later. I feel fucking awesome.